Um, Welcome back to the Fed Show. Uh, it's early morning right now,
Oh yeah,
so we got some coffee going and some water. Oh, you got my coffee mug, bro?
sober as fuck. Hell yeah, man, this coffee's good, dude. That creamer or
31 days
whatever.
right now, man.
Damn.
I feel good. Yeah. So let's get, man. So suicide, because all right, let's be real, dude. One of the stats that I do remember, they say men are 50% more likely if we try to commit suicide that we're gonna shoot ourselves because they say like when the man makes a decision that it's at that point
Yeah.
that it's like, all right, let's just get it over with. And they say women are more likely to cut themselves or
Drag it
take
out.
pills or like try to overdose or something. But men, we're just like, nope, this is it.
That is crazy though, cause like even in movies you see the girls always cutting themselves or some shit, or in real life too. But I'm just saying.
And then the other, and honestly, a lot of the issue with suicide isn't really a mental diagnosis on like schizophrenia or bipolar disorder or multiple personality. Like it's not a real clinical diagnosis. They say when men commit suicide, it's because the stressors of life. Like we're either stressed about a relationship, about money and paying bills, about something that happened to us. Like it's not like a real clinical diagnosed disease that we have. Men are just like, fuck, this shit's hard, bro. I've been trying, I've been busting my ass, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, all right, I'm done. And it's like, dude, the concept of that, to think that there's people that commit suicide because they're diagnosed mental illness, they're on medications, they're trying to get their life together, and they still go through it. Or there's some men out there that are just like, it's just a stressor. Like this shit's too fucked up for me to deal with, so I'm out. And with the combination of that, because like most men don't have, like I'm not diagnosed with depression or anxiety, and people are like, "Well, do you have anxiety?" I'm like, I think everybody has anxiety. It's just that feeling like, what's going on? But I feel like on a certain day, your excitement for a situation can turn into anxiety.
Yeah.
Like you're too amped up about something, you've been thinking about something way too much, and then you play all these scenarios out in your head, and then none of that shit actually happens the way you thought it would. So then you're kind of depressed and let down in the situation. But I feel like it's a scary stat, bro, because like statistically, I could kill myself just based off of the fact that I've gone through a separation. Sometimes money's tight. I get a little bit down on myself, and then statistically, I'm 50% more likely to just be like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah.
That's one thing I'm going to start putting on the podcast in like the info link, because there's phone numbers for the suicide hotline. It's a free phone number. You're not calling and giving them your insurance information before you get to talk to somebody. It's like legitimately you call in. And I feel like the government, like we spend money on so much stuff. Like the United States government polices the world, bro. Like
Yeah.
we're dumping money into that Ukraine war with Russia, and I don't understand why. I mean, I'm not saying that those people don't deserve someone to take up for them, but dude, we can't secure our Mexican border,
Yep.
and we just let anyone basically come in. So why have a border, man? Why require people to have citizenship? Um, like that's why Abbott and DeSantis are sending them up there to Washington. I mean, is it a perfect system? No, but if we can't figure our own stuff out, we have gun violence here. We have people that are in poverty here that are homeless. Up in what is it, Flint, Michigan? They don't even got clean drinking water, bro. And
Damn,
we're over
for
here
real?
sending millions of dollars to go help Ukraine. What does Ukraine have on Biden? What are they hiding on him? Because
Alright.
it just doesn't make sense, bro. Like I don't understand why,
I thought they were winning anyways, weren't they?
bro. You know they still been at war. They're still fighting with Russia right now. The Russian president's just walking around doing interviews and shit, and just because for no reason, like it's like he's not even at war.
Yeah.
But we've been at war. But you know the United States news media, we go through these cycles where we're just like,
Yeah.
oh, there's a war. Oh, Will Smith slapped his wife, or slapped Chris Rock for talking about his wife.
Slapped his wife.
But I'm honest, you serious think about it. And then like in this last week,
Shit.
Donald Trump was been in the news when everybody's like Donald Trump got arrested, and everyone's talking about free Trump. Bro, he was never in jail. He got arraigned, appeared in
Yeah.
a court, and he got back on a plane and went back to Miami. Because he was at the UFC fight
Oh, yeah, I
Saturday
saw
night,
that.
bro.
He
Sitting
took
next to
picture
Kid Rock
and Mike Tyson. That shit was badass.
I mean, but we didn't listen to any stories about around the world about the wars going on,
Yeah.
anything going else. All we were concerned about this week was Donald Trump went to jail. No, he didn't. He didn't. He never stepped foot into a jail cell in a jumpsuit like I did, and fucking wearing jelly sandals. Like that didn't happen, bro.
And making all memes about him.
Yeah, they probably ran his
Video.
fingerprints,
Yeah.
and then he went and saw a judge, and they said, "All right, we're gonna release you." And he's like, "Okay, I paid some money," and he's back to doing his normal thing.
That's crazy how they distract us, right? The news.
Yeah, bro.
You know what's the real shit going on.
Like, and dude, that's like I don't like. And then the thing is, I don't even watch the news anymore, bro.
The only time I see it's when it's on YouTube, you know. But I really don't watch it. It just pops up, and I'm like, sometimes I click on it.
Dude, I got a podcast on YouTube, and I barely even watch YouTube. I only watch YouTube to check out YouTube links from Instagram that people send me, or if there's something I'm searching for.
Yeah.
Because with YouTube, like, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of the research and the stuff that I do when I'm trying to figure something out, I just go to YouTube. I'm a mechanic, bro. I use YouTube more than I use the programs that our companies pay thousands of dollars for. Because there's always some white dude, some white redneck bruh that's already done it. He's like, look, the book says to do it this way, but I got a better way.
Yeah.
And it's like, huh? And that saved me like 3 hours the other day working on the car. Oh, and we're off to rambling. What else are we going to talk about today?
What else you got? I don't know.
I was going to talk about something. It'll come to me. All right, so there's one other thing I wanted to talk about on this that it really pissed me off when I read it because it's a major health organization. Let's just put it that way. I'm not gonna fucking say that it was a WHO or the CDC. So in one of their exploitations or excerpts that I was reading, they said there's a stigma between mental health and gun violence. That everyone always thinks that the person that killed a bunch of people had mental health issues, like guaranteed. And the problem is mental health, mental illness, the words don't interchange the way that people use them and think about it, because not everybody goes to a doctor and gets diagnosed and everything. But in the little paragraph excerpt, they said, don't get confused and think that an act of pure evil is the same thing as mental illness. And to combat that, I would say let's define, well, how are we defining pure evil? Because the United States is separation of church and state. So what are we using as moralized values? What are we using to sit there and say, okay, we're gonna say morals, right and wrong, but where are we getting the guideline?
Yeah.
Because I'm not sitting here saying that Christianity is the way. What I'm saying is Christianity, it creates a bar. It creates your right and your wrong, your moral values. But I mean, there's plenty of other religions in the world that they give the same sense of moral value. Maybe some things are viewed differently, or like I know there's some religions that don't recognize certain holidays, and there's other religions that have way more holidays and different things that are sacred to them that mean more to them. But every religion in the world predominantly sets a balance of positive, negative, good things, bad things. This is a moral code we follow. But when a World Health Organization or CDC decides to say, oh, don't confuse mental illness or mental health issues with pure evil. It's like you can't use the term pure evil, because then you're using your basis off, well, someone is pure evil. Well, why are they like that?
Yeah.
Did they go through something in their lifetime? And that's not even a medical term, bro. Like, it's not. So like, oh,
Pure evil.
you just imagine you go to a doctor, bro. Like, what's going on? Oh, he's just pure evil. What are you supposed to do with that? What would the doctor say?
Yeah.
Well, we need to do an exorcism. We need to do an exorcism on somebody that doesn't believe in God, the concept of right and wrong, but he's pure evil. Like it made me think, like, so we can randomly take things when we need to use them for a situation, but the whole thinking behind good and evil, right and wrong, like, it has to come from somewhere. And people are like, well, I believe this is right and this is wrong. Like, but where do you get that belief system from? Well, my granddaddy told me, or this was the way I was raised. Well, where did they pick up that belief system from? Like, I mean, and it goes to simpler things like hitting your kids. Where's the limit? You spank them when they're little, and when they're older, you ground them. But certain people might freaking beat their kid with a bat when they're older because they're being bad.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's domestic violence, or domestic violence, or home violence, family violence. But is that evil? That's my kid. I was putting him in his place.
Yeah.
But I don't beat my kids with baseball bats, but at some level, that's a conversation that, I could say that person was pure evil. But I don't like the concept of saying pure evil as an answer for anything, because there's a root cause. Something happened to that person when they were younger. They went through something in their life, or they literally, you can't use the term pure evil and just like leave it at that. Don't confuse pure evil for mental illness. It's like, that doesn't even make sense. Okay, off on that tangent. What else are we going to talk about? Oh, we'll just cut into this. Okay, so update with 30 days sober now over here. Yeah, just to touch on.
You said 31 days?
Oh yeah, today's 31.
Oh.
And by the time this uploads, it'll probably be like, I don't know, 35. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, after going through this, and so like, this is the other thing I was going to talk about. So like, when we were younger, you and me, we weren't the slimmest cats around. We were not like, you're pretty thin right now, but when we were younger, we was a little stout. We was like, we wasn't fat, but we was medium for sure.
Yeah.
And
had to get the husky.
Yeah,
at Walmart.
Husky at Walmart, bro. You ain't lying. But that's
This is a fucked up size.
But yeah, but what else would you want us to be? Thick, extra? Can I get the man? I need the regular length extra 8s, or I don't know, whatever. Like when I was a kid, because when you're a little kid, they call it husky.
Yeah,
and it's like, dude, that does not make a kid feel good. I need the huskies.
Hell yeah.
But I think that's something that. Okay, so when I was younger, me and Vincent weren't the skinniest of cats, and clearly Boy isn't right now either. But mine had a lot to do with my drinking and alcohol intake, and my diet has been pretty much shit for a while. And for the past 2 years, struggling with drinking. When I was in jail, I got on a scale and I was 306, and I kind of just dropped a bunch of weight, like off top, like 17 pounds. But like I started noticing other stuff. So I had seen some friends yesterday, and I haven't sat on here and actually done this on camera, but I shaved my head, no more mullet. But when I got out of jail, I was like, all right, there's pictures of me in jail with a mullet, so it's time to cut my hair. So I gave myself a fade or whatever, and then I kind of realized there was some dry patches up here, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And I've had psoriasis on this elbow and on my knee and behind my ears for the better part of 2 years, and I never wanted to make the connection that it had to do with my drinking. So now my elbow's cleared up. I have a tattoo on my chest. The little spots are cleared up. There's a spot here on my arm, a spot here on my arm, behind my ears. And like literally, dude, all that shit's cleared up in 30 days of no drinking.
That's good shit.
And I'm just like, these are just more reasons that I'm like, so if I don't start drinking again, I'm not going to have to worry about going back to jail. Now I'm like, I was fighting with insurance and the doctors trying to get medications. They want to put me on ointments and then all these creams and put me on pills, injections in my leg. And I'm over here now like, fuck these doctors, bro.
Yeah.
All they had to say was
Stop drinking.
stop drinking, and that is a whole different conversation. But I bring all that up to say, the link that I have, like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, I was embarrassed sometimes, like, cause if I wore a black shirt, I was always like checking my shoulders,
Yeah.
because the skin will flake off behind my ears. Like, even you can go back on the Six Pack podcast and look at them, and I got shorts on, and you can see my knee. It's all white, and now it's just a red blotch, which I'm fucking happy with. But like, I would like, dude, there was times I'll catch myself like trying to get that knee out of the camera view. Like, I didn't want to show it. And like, that's another thing, dude. When I was younger, like, self-consciously, just the way I looked at myself and everything, it sucked, bro. Like, I felt like there's nothing I can do. Like, there's no, like, you can put me on a diet, and I wouldn't stick to it. I would still drink sodas. I would do all this stuff. But like I don't say like I had a mental illness about it, but dude, I clearly cared about my looks as a child. Like, man, I wish like, now, like I said, bro, I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm taking my shirt off. We're at the lake. We're going to the beach. We're going to go to the pool. My shirt's coming off. It is what it is. This is what I look like. But when I was younger, bro, like, I didn't have that confidence.
Yeah.
I was just like, I would never, I would like dread taking my shirt off. I remember we went swimming in the lake one time. I had this white Tommy Hilfiger shirt on. Got in the lake, left the lake that day. That white Tommy shirt was like yellowish, with the tint from the dirty water. That shirt never came back to white. But I feel like that's one thing with me. Like, I don't act like I lack self-confidence.
Yeah.
I make up for it in other ways. Like, I'll deter you away from shit I don't want to talk about.
Yeah.
But I feel like that was just a cool update for me. Like, hey, this is what not drinking has done for me so far. Saved a shitload of money. The skin shit that I've been trying to fix for 2 years. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't really give a shit like who sees it or whatever. But this tattoo on my chest, that one was hurting me, bro. Like, because it was like 3 spots on it that had the psoriasis patches, and I was like, bro, it would make me sad when I looked at it. It's like, damn, to have a tattoo that I really like, you put time and effort and thought about getting something done, and then you look in the mirror and you're like, damn, am I gonna have to go? First I gotta fix my skin, then I gotta go back and get this bitch redone.
Yeah.
But all the ink is still there. It was just the surface level of skin shit. Yeah,
was that patch there when you got that tattoo? Or no?
Uh-uh.
No? It just started, damn.
That's why I was like, fuck, man. You remember being a fat boy, Vincent?
Oh, yeah.
I do.
Got me. You said a fat boy? A husky?
Husky. But, bro, like, dude, I feel like I got called a lot of that. But mine...
Fat boy, yeah.
Chunky,
kids were mean,
fat
dude.
boy.
Shit. I think that growing up, getting made fun of a lot. Friends, cousins, on my mom's side, man. That shit hurt. And then it affects me today because sometimes I don't even like taking my shirt off just because of that shit.
I mean, and the thing is, just exactly.
I need to be like you, like, who gives a fuck, you know? But it's still back in my head. I always think
bro,
about
but
that
you're
shit.
at that stage now that it doesn't fucking matter.
I know, right?
Like, and I think that was a lot of it for me, like, because I was married for so long.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I'm not out here to impress nobody. And but I kind of like that I still have that mindset, even though I'm not married. Like, I'm just like, fuck it, bro.
Yeah.
Like, because the biggest thing is a lot of people are like, oh, well, like, there's a difference in, like, some people that are, like, body positivity. But I think the other issue is, well, you can't lie about it. Like, okay, let's use this fucktard Jared Fogle, the fucking asshole from Subway.
Oh, yeah.
That dude was a piece of shit before he worked for Subway. He's this big old heavy man. You don't develop a sex addiction to kids just because you lost weight. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. That's a fucking bullshit story. But even a piece of shit like Jared realized, hey, I need to lose weight. So he started eating Subway. I'm not saying go to Subway, but there's body positivity. Like, yeah, you can be beautiful in the skin that you're in. You can also be unhealthy as fuck and on your way to a heart attack, diabetes, bad knees, bad ankles. Like, there's so much shit that goes into your health. And body positivity, there's nothing wrong with it. You are beautiful in the skin you're in. You look great, homeboy. Like, take your shirt off. Let's hit the pool. Like, let's do it. But at the same time,
Take your shirt off.
but I'm just saying, at the same time, we do have to address that it's not healthy, because I know, dude. Like I'm if I don't adjust my shit, well, the drinking is gonna help because I don't make shitty choices with food like I used to at night. But you really sit there and you think about it, like, man, you can eat yourself into an early grave, because I know I was on my path and drinking and eating like shit at 306 pounds. And people are like, oh, you carry your weight well. I don't give a shit how I carry my weight. This shit's unhealthy.
Yeah.
When I go to a doctor or when I go to sign up for insurance and the fucking nurse goes, oh, you have a shitty diet. Like, are you supposed to talk to me like that? I'm not fucking Cartman from South Park. Like, you don't get to tell me I have a shitty diet. She goes, I'm just looking at the numbers, your BMI, your blood pressure, all this shit. It's all out of whack. You're not living a healthy lifestyle. I'm like, well, I didn't ask for your opinion, so write your stuff on the paper and give me whatever I need to get out of here. But, I mean, I feel like that's something that, I know for me growing up, like, dude, man, there's some pictures, I look like a chunky Asian kid, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like, when I smiled, my eyes was closed, and I don't look back at those pictures and I'm like, man, I miss that.
Yeah.
I don't miss being the fucking hefty little kid that I was, because there was a spot before I grew this way that, dude, I was like in that 5'3", 5'4" range, and had some rolls on my belly, but I wasn't like, bro, that's what gets me. Like, I wasn't fat like a big old gut. It was just fat like I had rolls. And like,
yeah, I know, right?
And it's shitty, bro, because it's like I'm not like fat. But I'm like not skinny or like medium either. It's just like that weird in between. Like, bro, you starting to be fat, but you about to be fat, but you not quite at either spectrum.
Yeah.
So it's not like
damn rolls.
Yeah, it's not like you can take your shirt off. Like, there's no positive. Like, he's just fat and he don't care. It's not that, because it's like he's not quite fat. It's like maybe if he ate a little better and fucking ran a little bit, maybe I would have been thinner. But man, fuck running.
But we always ran all the time. I think we just overate. That's what it was. Like shit. I think we just overate.
Bro, my McDonald's menu order was basically the same that it is right now, but it wasn't the same amount. Like right now, bro, I can get down on. Man, I could probably eat a double quarter pounder, probably 40 chicken nuggets, large fry, 2 Cokes. Need 2 Cokes to wash down 40 nuggets.
Yeah.
But I can eat 40 nuggets at one sitting. And I don't feel like, whew, I'm like, where's that burger at, bro? But when I was younger, bro, like, it was unhealthy eating, bro. Like, I think I was like borderline, like, if I'm not going to be skinny, I'm just going to eat whatever I want.
Yeah.
And I'd kill, bro, in the summer times, kill a whole bag of fucking Tostitos lime chips and like a gallon of sweet tea in one day, and then eat some pizza rolls in a Hot Pocket and watch Jerry Springer when I was at home by myself.
When I see my nephew Jason, kind of reminds me of me when I was,
Yeah,
he's a little chubby and no haircut all the time. That's how my mom did me too, man. Shit,
bro, you had that baby fro, bro. We have a family picture with all of the grandkids in it, and you got like that baby fro going in that picture. God dang, I forgot about that too. That's how my mom did me too, bro. I remember when we were younger, because I used to get a fade, but when I got my haircut, we went to like this old military barber. That's where my mom took me. Yeah. This old man named Candelgo, but he went by Candy, which is a weird name for an old Mexican dude. But he would always, he would say, "Oh, hi, Mr. Robert, high and tight," and he would give me a high and tight fade, like military style, like a 3 on top, a 0 on the sides, and that's how I got my haircut, because I didn't know like there was a barbershop. I didn't know about a taper fade, a medium fade, a low fade, all these other like I didn't know. And then I remember I used to tell you, I was like, Vincent, what kind of haircut do you get? Oh man, I get a boy's haircut.
That's what it's called.
I know, bro, but it was just the way that you said it was like that was the official fucking name.
I know, right? A boy's haircut. I remember that shit.
I remember I was like, you'd be like, yeah, when I go, my mom just tells me boy's haircut. And then you told me one time there's like a boy's haircut number 1 and a boy's haircut number 2.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess that was the difference in the length or where the blend started or finished. Like if it was higher, it was the number one. If it was lower, it was like a low, like I guess a low taper.
Yeah.
But yeah, you and Eric, y'all both had boys' haircuts. Like, I'm sure y'all went to the same barber at the same time. Oh man, bro, I remember we got bangs, bro.
Oh yeah, I remember that shit.
You didn't get bangs, bro. That one time, Robert gave Eric bangs, gave me bangs, and then he fucked yours up, and you were just bald.
One time he did give me bangs though, because I remember, because I would put the gel when I was back at my mom's, and that day going to the bus, it rained and shit, and all that gel came off, dude. I told my friend to send me the picture, but it was just a puff, dude. Damn.
Nah, dude, because my hair's fucking straight. Well, back then it was. Now my shit gets long. It starts getting wavy and shit.
Yeah.
But I just had the little patch right here. I look like one of those fucking like dolls that a little girl plays with that has those like perfect bangs.
Yeah.
That stop like right above her eyebrows. And then my mom dyed my shit like purple or something.
Yeah.
Bro, there's some pictures when I was in private school in like 7th and 8th grade. I look fucking crazy. I was like, who decided this was okay? Like, why? Why did I get to do this? Like, let's not.
I'm actually texting him right now so you can send me that picture.
And send me the picture, bro, and then I'll put the Instagram story with that picture and the podcast episode.
Hell yeah.
What the fuck are they doing? What are they talking about? All right, so I think we rambled a little much, and we're gonna go grab breakfast here in a minute with David. But yeah, so like let's just wrap up, bro. I don't know how we solve the suicide issue in this country. That I really think that, like, after doing a lot of reading and watching a lot of TED Talks and watching videos on YouTube and people that are way more educated on this shit than we are, I think we need to invest more money as a country into like suicide help hotlines and just available access and make sure that there's like someone there for people to talk to. Because not everybody has a Vincent like I do. Not everybody has a family that supports them and backs them up at the worst of times.
Yeah, a lot of people are just alone sometimes.
Yeah, man. Like, I got a couple of friends. They live here. They moved here from out of state or out of country. And, like, they just don't have anyone here. But, I mean, they got friends. But they don't always have, like... They don't have, like, those family cookouts like we do. Like, honestly, I would encourage everyone to get a family group text like we have, because like we don't see all of our cousins like on a regular basis. Your dad lives on the other side of fucking out by Dallas, but we interact on a daily basis with there's 8 of us on there, and then our cousin Naomi, she lives in fucking Arkansas right now. But with Instagram's cool, but you're showing everybody that shit. Yeah, like our group text, like. You think people post a lot of fucking food pics and shit on Instagram? Our group text, there's probably 50 pictures a day of dumb shit. Of Theo David doing laundry, taking a picture of my job from a distance away.
He does it every time, don't he?
What did you say on that?
Oh, yes, if you zoom in, you can see Robert drinking a Monster.
Yeah. Everyone zoomed in. No, I was not in the picture drinking a Monster. But that's one of the things that I think that keeps our family as close as we are. Because even if you don't chime in every day or you're not on the group text, you can kind of still see what everybody's doing. Like last night, y'all went out. And I was like, oh shit, look at that pool. And I didn't even get a chance to say, where's that at? Yeah. Because your dad was already, where's that at? But it's like, it's got out of hand a couple of times with us people talking shit on there. Yeah. But for the most part, like you talk shit to your family, and I get to talk all the shit I want to my family. But if you try to fuck with my family, oh man, I don't care what that fool said to me, fuck you. Yeah. And that's just been like an ongoing thing with our family. Like, We'll rile each other up. We'll talk shit. Find old pictures of us when we were younger, and someone will randomly put one on there. And it's like, oh, and I still get called Baby Robert to this day, bro.
I know, right?
It's only Arindia. Arindia's the only one. She still refers to me as Baby Robert occasionally. I'm like, I'm bigger than all y'all now. Y'all still gonna call me Baby Robert, bro? Come on.
Hell yeah, Baby Robert.
But yeah, so I do think that everybody needs somebody to talk to that's not just like a licensed physician or a mental health person or a suicide hotline person, you need somebody in your life you can have a real conversation with, and they're not going to judge you, and they're going to be there to lift you up and kind of put you in a better position, let you get stuff off your chest. Take better care of each other. Have tough conversations with people, and just check on people. How you doing? What's going on with you? Like, everybody's life matters, and it's not just oh, that person doesn't have any friends. Or they don't. I mean, maybe that's why they need you to be their friend. Maybe that's why they need you to reach out, kind of hang out with them more. And honestly, as society, I think we need to make ourselves a little more available. I mean, everybody really don't have that much shit going on all the time. But in all reality, like, what are you really doing? That matters.
No.
So be there for people, love each other, check on each other. We're getting into that rambling stage
David's
now.
here.
Is he? Did he not?
Yeah.
All right. I used to say talk shit in the comments, but I'm not gonna say that anymore. Y'all stay fit.